Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. My brother Kevin and I, um, people think we're twins. In fact, when I cut all my hair off, I realized how much I look like him. We are not twins. We are Irish twins, which is we were born close together. When we were kids, we're told, he would run away and would always take me. I was one, he was two and a half, two and a half, yeah. Um, And so we've been close and then we've been separate because life and family and la la la. But my brother is amazing. He's a master gunnery sergeant, retired master gunnery sergeant in the Marines, but I understand you never retire from the Marines. I was once at a conference and I met some older gentlemen who were having a reunion of friends who were all in the Marines together. And so I said, "Oh, my brother's a Marine." And they said, "What's his rank?" And I said, "Master gunnery sergeant." And I'll admit I don't know a lot about what that is. And so one of the men said, "Did you go to college?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Do you have an advanced degree?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Which one?" I said, "I have a PhD, sir." And he said, "Oh, that's nice. Your brother has three." My brother has always loved music. When we were children, he played the bass and he would play Name That Tune, which was hilarious because it would always be R&B. And I only listened to gospel because I went to a Pentecostal church. Whole nother story. Anyway, he would try to make me know which tune he was playing. He also would try to get me to listen to his music, and I was like, "No, I'm not allowed to listen to that music." Anyway, he's always loved music, and over the years, he's amassed quite a collection. But not just music from the United States. He has music from all over the world, and he not only loves one generation of music, he'll go back generations within that country for their music and mining cultural nuances through music. It's amazing. He was doing a wedding once, and somebody came out from the kitchen, and he said they were staring at him. And then they came over and they were like, "Man, we didn't know it was like a black brother out here playing our music. How do you know all of this?" So he really loves the fact that he appreciates music that way and that people appreciate his appreciation of it, the nuance. He did a wedding. He does a lot of huge military balls and especially the Marine balls. But he did a big wedding, and someone who was at the wedding called and said, "I wonder if you would do my wedding." And my brother said, "Well, I have to kind of decide. It depends on the music. I want to make sure I can do justice to your family and to your union." And he said, "I usually like to meet with um, the couple who's getting married, the parents, and the grandparents, if they're still around, of each side." And so the man on the phone said, "Well, but I have to tell you something first." And my brother said, "Okay." He said, "I don't know if you'll do our wedding." And my brother said, "Well, like I said, I like to meet first with the family to make sure that I can do you justice." And so the man said, "No, I have to tell you this first." And my brother said, "Okay, what is it?" And he said, "I'm marrying a man. We're gay." And my brother did not miss a beat. And he said, "Like I said, I want to meet with the couple, their parents, their grandparents if they're still around. If you got some great grandparents, I'll meet those too." And so the guy kind of couldn't believe it. He was like, "Well, okay." And he thought maybe he was just going to stick with his line until then, and then he'd say no. And so my brother meets with everybody, and the grandparents express what kind of music they like, and the parents express what they like. And he sees that the parents love the union, and he said that that's a bigger thing for him to make sure the family is as excited about it. And so he takes his music like this kind of a ministry, right? So he was able to, he knew the music for them, that what they loved, and he had it in his collection. And he said, "This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful wedding." And so the couple, one guy was crying and really touched. And he said, just explain to me why you're willing to do our wedding, because so many DJs have turned us down. And my brother said, it's a wedding. It's a wedding. He said, let me explain something to you, young man. Someone fought for me, my right to be a Marine. I would be stupid to deny the rights of anyone else, especially to be married. So they had a grand old wedding, and everybody was beyond excited and beyond happy for all of the music, because he brings everybody on the floor and brings everybody together. Here's the thing. Sometimes we make assumptions of people because they're in one group, this group or that group. Sometimes we make assumptions about people, whether they'll be willing to include. Sometimes we make assumptions about love simply because of our own limitations. I try not to tell other people's stories because, it's their story. But when my brother shared this story with me several years back, it was a point of connection and sort of like reifying who I've always known him to be as my mother's child, because this is the way we were raised. And your belonging to one group should not keep you from another. Too often it does. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him being a Master Gunnery Sergeant. But I'm very proud of the way he approaches music for life and for love. I love you.